Hello YouTubers! I will be doing my ladder predictor after round 6 games. I'll be going through each game from round 7 to round 24 and including all finals until the grand final and tipping the winner to win the 2025 flag. Alright, let's go. Let's see who makes the GF and wins the grand final. Come on, let's go. Before we continue, I would like to ask for a very small favour. If you enjoy this AFL content, please take a sec to subscribe to the channel and like the video. That would be awesome. Okay, let's return back to the show. Okay, let's select the teams for round 7 to win. I'll select Melbourne to beat Richmond. Bolton won't be able to play that game at night time. Collingwood to beat the Bombers on Anzac Day. Freo will beat the Crows after that loss to the Melbourne Demons last round. The Lions will be smarting after that 53-point loss to Collingwood last week. Port Adelaide should beat North Melbourne. This one's a good game. Giants lost last week and the Doggies smashed St Kilda by 80 odd points. Say the Giants in Canberra. Sydney struggling. I'm going to tip Gold Coast to beat the Swannies. Geelong should beat Cowden. I'll scroll it down. It's showing on the scoreboard. And the last game, which I don't know why it's not showing on the scoreboard. Hawthorn to beat West Coast Eagles. So that's my tips after round 7. Let's look at round 8. I need to fix up my scoreboard. Round 8, Bombers to beat the Kangaroos. Oh, close game. Ross Lyon's a good coach. We want to go and do well against his old side, Freo. Oh, Mars Stadium. Windy. Say the Doggies. Cowden has not a good record against Crows recently. Tip the Crows. And we got at MCG. Collingwood's on a long winning streak. Say Collingwood. Difficult game. Give it to the D's. The next game, the Derby, Battle of the Bridge. The Swans will still have injuries by then. I know players like Adams, Gordon, Mills are still on long-term injury. Say the Giants. Hawks should beat Richmond. And the last game of the week, the Q clash, the Lions to beat the Suns. So, after round 8, in my ladder predictor, got Collingwood, Brisbane, Giants and Hawthorn in the top 4. Let's do round 9 now. Freo against Collingwood. Say Collingwood. Saints account. I'm going to tip St Kilda. Hawthorn to beat the D's. 50-50. Swans will be getting players back, but still got some injuries by that stage still. Essendon. In Darwin, Gold Coast don't really lose much at Darwin. Last year or the year before that, I know they beat the Doggies by like 40 or 50 odd points a couple of years ago. Say Suns to beat the Doggies. I'll make it one each this year for the showdown. Say Port wins the first showdown. Ooh. Day game, Bolter's playing. Richmond should beat West Coast. Well, I'm guessing they will be. Geelong will beat the Giants, my selection. And the Lions to beat the Kangaroos in Tasmania at Ninja Stadium. So, at round 9, still got Collingwood, Brisbane, Hawks, and now the Suns in the top 4. But they're on 6 wins. Suns, Giants, Cats, just separate by percentage. Let's do round 10 now. Gold Coast against Hawks at TIO Stadium. The Suns will be staying there for a week. It's going to be pretty humid or hot down in Northern Territory. I'll say Suns to beat Hawks. I'm assuming this mid-May now, Swans will have some of their players back. Say Swans to beat the Blues. And let's scroll down to remaining games. Collingwood to beat LA at the MCG. Well, that's a good game. I know last year in the preliminary, no, The first week of the finals, qualifying final, I reckon Geelong beat the Power by 60. I reckon the Power will be up for this game. Say the Power. The Giants should beat Freo at home. Doggies to beat Essendon at Marvel. Pick your choice. Unpredictable, these two sides, depending on what North Melbourne. I'm going to take a punt, North Melbourne. And I expect the Lions to beat the D's. Oh, jeez. St Kilda. So, after round 10, we still have Collingwood, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Giants and Hawthorn in the top 5. So you've got 2 teams on 9 wins and 3 teams on 7 wins from 2nd to 5th and Geelong on 6 wins. Okay, let's do round 11. Thursday night, Geelong. Ooh, Bailey Smith against his old side. That'll be a crack of a game, but he's on fire, Bailey Smith. After round 6, I've got him in top spot my Brownlow medal count. Friday night. Is that the Dreamtime game? Bolter won't be playing that game. The night time curfew. Essendon. Oh, take a punt. Count them. Hawks to beat the Lions. The Maggies to beat the Kangaroos. Up to stay. Say Fremantle. The Crows should beat the Eagles. Say Swans with some majority of the players back. And good game. Saints. Gold Coast lost to Richmond in round 6 at home. I meant away at Marvel. Say St Kilda beat Gold Coast at Marvel. Same. After round 11, we've still got Collingwood, Brisbane, Hawks and Gold Coast and Giants top 5. But look at the ladder. From 4th spot, you got the Suns on 7 wins and then got up to 7th spot, the Saints. 28 points at 7 wins. And the Crows in 8th spot. 6 wins, but then you got the Power also and the Bombers on 6 wins. Alright, let's do round 12. Brisbane Lions will beat Essendon at the Gabba, half select. Oh, that's a cracking game. Friday night MCG. 2 good sides. Pound for pound, Collingwood with all their senior and experienced players, I would select Collingwood. If you've got your DeGoey, your Dacos brothers, Penderby, Sidebomb, good experienced players, and Dan Houston with his elite kicking from half back, and Will Day will be out for a few months, so he won't be playing this game. Alright, next game. The Suns should beat Freo. The Giants should beat Richmond. The Swans should beat the Crows. Saints to beat the D's. The Cats to beat West Coast Eagles. Alright, let's do round 13. The top 4 is still the same. Round 13. Say Hawks to beat the Doggies. This one's interesting. I'll give it to the Lions over the Crows at Adelaide Oval. Sydney to beat Richmond. Looks like Sydney's on a 3-game winning streak now, or 4-game winning streak. Geelong to beat the Suns. The Giants to beat the Power. Oh gosh. Oh, that's in Western Australia. What's that place? 1.5 hours south of Perth. Say West Coast Eagles win the game. Oh, the Collingwood do well in ruck. You got Goldstein in ruck, or unless would the mid-season draft be pardoned in June, or it's either Goldstein or you got 19-year-old Vicenty, if that's how you pronounce his surname in ruck. Say count and no with the Bombers. Then King's birthday last year where Petrarch got injured. Hopefully he has to get injured again with the ribs, which ruled him out end of this or half of season 2024. Say Collingwood to beat the Demons on King's birthday. Alright, let's go to round 14. Oh, good game. Say Doggies. Hawks should beat the Crows of Tassie. The Lions over the Giants. Geelong to beat the Bombers. Up to Stame. Fremantle playing away at Up to Stame to beat North Melbourne. That's the 2 games in Perth for West Australia that North Melbourne had sold to play games in WA. Power should beat Melbourne. And Carlton should beat West Coast Eagles. That's round 14. Let's do round 15 games. I say Freo to beat the Bombers. The Cats to beat Geelong. To beat the Brisbane Lions at GMHBA Stadium. Carlton to beat North Melbourne. The Power to beat the Swans. Collingwood to beat St Kilda at Marvel. Marvel is St Kilda's home game, but Collingwood are pretty good. Giants to beat the Suns. The Doggies to beat Richmond. Alright, so that's our ladder. After round 15, the ladder indicates got Collingwood, Brisbane, Geelong, Giants, top 4, and Hawks, Gold Coast, the Power in 7th, Saints 8, Doggies 9, Freo in 10th, Carlton, Crows 12th, with the Swannies 13th, Essendon 14th. Look at that. Just look at. You got St Kilda on 8 wins on 30 points. Then at 9th spot, you got the Doggies on 7 wins and Freo 7 wins. Then from 11 to 14, you got a number of teams on 6 wins. But then the rest, you can basically rule them out not playing finals. The Demons, the Tigers, the Kangas, and the Eagles on the solitary 1 win. Alright, let's go and do our round 16 games. Collingwood to beat the Eagles. The Crows, yeah, they should beat the Tigers at the MCG. It's not at 11:30 PM. Oh, that's right. Later on down the track, we'll get all the times and the dates when these games will be played. The Suns to beat the Demons at home. Say Swannies to beat the Bulldogs. Sam Darcy is going to be out for a fair while. It's a small ground SCG, so having Norton will be suffice. But I'm saying all the giving out Sydney Shovel their players back, they're in good form. And on this live ladder, I've got the Swans winning 4 of their last 5 games, and Swans continue that winning streak. The Hawks to beat North, the 2 teams that play some games in Tasmania. The Power to beat the Blues. Freo will give thanks to Hio. That's after round 16. Let's do round 17. Geelong to beat the Tigers. Say Hawks over Saints. Doggies over Kangas. Marvel. I'm still, after Gold Coast losing to Richmond last week at Marvel, I'll say Essendon. Collingwood. Swans to beat Freo. Lions to beat the Power at the Gabba. Crows to beat the D's. And Giants to beat the Eagles. So that's round 17. Let's do round 18 now. Good game. It's in Grand Western Sydney's home. Energy same. So the Giants. Doggies to beat the Crows at Marsden with Ballarat. Saints to beat the Swans. Oh. Sounds so unpredictable. I'll take a punt. The Blues to beat the Lions. Melbourne to beat North. Essendon to beat Richmond. Just. Collingwood. Oh, last year they lost at Suns. You know what? Let's say Gold Coast beat Collingwood. Upset. But they're pretty good at home, the Suns. Power beat West Coast Eagles. And the last game of the week, Optus Hawks to beat Dockers. Round 19. That's round 19. The Lions over the Doggies. The Hawks over the Power. They want to gather round rematch or revenge the Hawks. For a short week. Did I do a mistake? I apologise. Did a mistake. Geelong to beat the Saints. Giants to beat the Bombers. Carlton to beat the D's. Collingwood to beat Freo. Swans to beat Kangas. And now that's the remaining other. Crows beat the Suns at home. McAndrew returns or will play at Adelaide Oval. And we know what happened at the end of the game when the Crows lost to Gold Coast, where you saw McAndrew and Phil Thorpe. So it'll be interesting see Andrews and Phil Thorpe during that game between the Crows and the Suns. And the last game of the week, say West Coast at home to Richmond. So after round 19, we got Collingwood Hawks top 2 and the Lions 3rd spot. Brisbane and Hawthorn got the same amount of wins, 14 wins respectively. Then we got the Giants 4th and Geelong 5th. So Geelong and the Giants both on 13 wins, I should say. Then we've got the Suns in 6th, and the two South Australian clubs running out the top 8 in 7th and 8th spot, respectively. But there's a long jam after the Crows on 36 points. You got the Doggies, Swans, so those 3 teams, plus the Saints all on 9 wins, and the Blues 8 wins on 32 points in 12th spot. Let's do round 20, getting near the business end of the season. Battle of the Bridge, Energy same, Giants, Cats to beat North, Saints to beat the D's, play Doggies over the Bombers, Collingwood to beat the Tigers, Hawthorn to beat Canton. I'm going to say Gold Coast to beat the Lions at home. I gave 1 win to the Power in the showdown, so second showdown I'll give it to the Crows. Fremantle to beat West Coast in the local derby. Single games. Okay, that's round 20. Let's do round 21. Geelong to beat the Power, Saints to beat the Kangaroos, D's to beat the Eagles, Giants to lose to the Doggies, Collingwood to beat the Lions at MCG, the Suns to beat the Tigers, Swans to beat Essendon at SCG. Oh, last 2 games, I reckon the Hawks have beaten the Crows average, 40 odd points? The Crows are due to beat the Hawks. Can they do it? I'll think about that one. Let's do Freo to beat the Blues. Take a punt. Crows to beat the Hawks. Okay, that's round 21. Let's do round 22. Before we continue, let's look at the ladder. Collingwood, Cats, Hawthorn, Giants top 4, Lions 5th, Suns, Crows and Doggies, and Saint 9th. But look at the points. From 7th to 9th, 44 points or 11 wins and 9 losses for those 3 sides. And then you got like Sydney, Freo and Power, 40. That's 1 win separated from 7th to, let's call that, 7th to the Power, 12. So there's 1, 2, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams fighting for 2 spots. 7th and 8th spot. Alright, let's tip our round 22 games. Fix that up. Cats to beat the Bombers, the Giants to beat the Kangaroos. That's an interesting game. Say Canton. Saints. Doggies. We'll give this one a Hawthorn. Last time I gave Collingwood. Make it even. Brisbane to beat Swans at home at the Gabba. The Power to beat the Dockers at home. Say the Crows to beat the Eagles at Optus. So that's round 22. Now round 23, the second last round of the season. North and Richmond. Say North Melbourne. Essendon Saints. Say Saints. The Doggies to beat the Eagles. Ooh. Say Canton. Hawthorn. That's gonna be a good game. Say Giants. Sydney Geelong. I'm assuming Sydney's in good form by this stage. All their players are back. Mills, Papali, Wooden, Amadi, McDonald. The list goes on. Say the Swans. Ooh. Say Collingwood to beat the Crows. That's gonna be a good game. And say Lions. Okay. Last round of the season. We've got the Maggies, Hawks, Giants, Cats, the Lions, Doggies, Saints, and Gold Coast in the top 8. But let's see the difference. We've got the Saints in 7th, 52, or Bulldogs in 6th, I should say. So basically the top 5 is guaranteed now. It's from running out from the Doggies and Saints on 13 wins. Then you got Gold Coast, Adelaide on 12. And then you got Swans, Power. So basically only up to the Power, because you need a minimum of 48 points. If Port and Sydney win their last game, I should say, respectively, they'll bring them up to 48. And will be dependent on Gold Coast Suns and the Crows will both lose their last game. All right, let's go through this. Say Giants. Say Crows to beat North at Marble. The Doggies to beat Freo. Collingwood to beat Melbourne. Geelong to beat Richmond. Say Callan. Lions. Gold Coast. Oh, that's a lockdown because of the unfortunate event at opening round with the cycling. The cycling. Gold Coast needs to play Essendon. They must put it here, but I'm assuming it'll be the following week when you got the bye round leading up to the finals. But they've just condensed this together. But if Gold Coast, they've got the win, they're guaranteed now to make the finals. And then so they've got Gold Coast twice. Say the Power beat Gold Coast this one, and the Swans beat the Eagles. All right, let's see the 2025 finals. Collingwood top spot. Oh, Giants second and Geelong. Oh, that'll be subject to percentage. And the Hawks and the Lions. Wow, from second to fifth. 1, 2, 4 teams on 17 wins. This has all got to do percentage. Now, those 4 teams now have got to start winning by big margins. Percentage is going to be a difference of getting second or fifth. Wow. Then in 6th spot, the Doggies on 14 wins. 7th spot, Gold Coast Suns, the Crows, Saints. Percentage will be a key factor between these 3 sides. There's one game where I had the Crows beating the Suns in round 19. Percentage may be that difference. And then you got, so it's going to be interesting, Suns, Crows, Saints fighting for the last 3 teams, fighting for the last 2 spots. That would be subject to percentage. And then in 10th spot on 12 wins, you got Swans and Power. So effectively, based on this ladder projector, that'll be Ken Hinkley's last game or last finishing position for the Power before Josh Carr takes over in season 2026. Counting on 11 wins. Ooh. What's that team? The Hawks. They own their first round draft pick. No, West Coast do. No, sorry. Apologise. West Coast owns Hawthorn's first. And Hawthorn owns Cowden's first. If that makes sense. Freo, 10th. With 10 wins on 13th spot. You got Bombers, Melbourne, North, Richmond, West Coast. In theory, based on this on the draft, West Coast has pick 1, Richmond has pick 2. Richmond owns North Melbourne's first round, so Richmond have pick 2 and pick 3. Essendon owns Melbourne's first round, so Essendon have pick 4 and pick 5. Wow, that's a good trade by the 2 teams last year in the Bombers and getting Melbourne's first round for season 2025, and Richmond doing that draft trade where they traded pick 26 and a future second for North Melbourne's future first, part of the Whitlock draft. Okay, so that's my finals for season 2025. And St Kilda just missed out. Let's go to finals. Pick your boat, or pick any case. See how more Will Day goes. But Collingwood's got experienced players and Dan Houston. So Collingwood, the Lions to beat the Crows at the Gabba, the Doggies to beat the Suns at home, the Giants to beat the Cats. Then we got 4th versus 5th. This is in Victoria. Say Hawthorn beat the Lions. And that'll be at the MCG. Say Geelong still. If it's at Marvel, might be a different story. And Bailey Smith will be playing as his old side. So in preliminary final, we've got Collingwood versus Cats and Giants and Hawks. Say Collingwood beat the Cats and the Giants beat the Hawks. Grand final, it's in MCG, Victoria. I'll pick the Victorian side. And Collingwood to be the 2025 Premiers. Alright, that's my video. What do you think? That's my ladder predictor after round 6. I will revisit this and do another video in 4 weeks time and do another ladder predictor on the same process after round 10 and see if we still got Collingwood versus Johnson's GF. Awesome. Thank you for watching my video, and it will be appreciated if you can subscribe and comment to my videos. Hopefully you enjoyed my video, and see you next time. Cheers or bye.